right, we're going to switch gears right now, and I want to talk about some interesting developments in the war on food as organic dairy farmers continue to be attacked by the federal government. And a raw milk farmer in Wisconsin is facing up to 30 months behind bars for offering raw milk and cheese to his friends and neighbors. That's right, folks. The federal government wants to criminalize organic dairy farmers. Criminal charges filed against Wisconsin dairy farmer Vernon Hirschberger could land him behind bars for up to 30 months. The husband and father faces 4 separate charges stemming from providing raw dairy products to members of his Grazing Acres Food Club. These are basically people in the surrounding community who, well, they don't want processed or genetically modified foods, and they should have the right to choose, to eat whatever they want. Funny how the government supports GMOs despite the well-documented health hazards, and they are, they're putting GMO food in most of the nation's public school cafeterias. Meanwhile, if you're a parent, they're telling parents that you cannot pack school lunches for your own children. And now, at the same time, they're putting the boot on the throat of organic farmers who simply want to provide organic products to their community. Unbelievable. And the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection is wasting tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars on the jury trial of a raw milk farmer. The government agency destroyed 2,000 pounds of his unpasteurized milk. He faces 30 months in jail, a $10,000 fine, and obviously would not be allowed to continue to provide his community with organic cheese and milk, as a growing number of citizens are choosing to opt out of the commercial food supply, and for good reason. One of the most important things about this trial is that it will set a precedent for how communities share food in the future.
They definitely have something to gain, because once they back Americans into the corner of not being able to create their own food, where do we go? How do we feed ourselves? If we're not creating it ourselves, we have to pay for it. It's very important that we maintain our rights and establish our freedoms to feed ourselves.
The only legitimate purpose of any government is to protect your life, your liberty, and your private property. And food, in particular, is absolutely crucial to life. So if the government is able to control all the food production and control all the water, then the government can generate compliance within the people by saying, you have to do what we want, or we will not give you the food and water that you need to survive.
And look, there is no justification for the attack on organic dairy farmers that's going on in America today. We have a God-given right as free Americans, free individuals, as humans, to choose whatever food we want to eat. And for that matter, whatever food we don't want to eat as well. And meanwhile, they are continuing to push genetically modified foods upon us, but the people are waking up. More and more people are beginning to realize the dangers and health hazards associated with GMOs. And we've had enough, and we are rejecting it. In fact, tomorrow we are going to see one of the biggest unified global protests in history as activists around the world unite to march against Monsanto. There's the flyer right there. That's right. Saturday, May 25th is the March Against Monsanto at your state capitals and your local town halls. We're now joined by InfoWars reporter Leanne McAdoo, who will be at the Texas State Capitol tomorrow, joining forces with the good people of Austin, Texas, and, sending a message to not only Monsanto, but the enablers of Monsanto. I'm talking the FDA. What can we expect from the March Against Monsanto tomorrow?
Well, it's true. People all around the globe are fed up, and so 36 countries are holding this March Against Monsanto. Pretty much every state in America is going to be having their own rally. So tomorrow at Austin, I know about 4,000 people have RSVP'd to attend this event. It's going to be huge.
And aren't you going to be streaming live from the event?
Yes. Actually, if you aren't able to make it to the event, I will be streaming live on Ustream at the Alex Jones Live channel. And I'm going to be dressed as my favorite Frankenfood.
Which is what? Is that like a cross, like a salmon and a banana?
Yeah,
or?
I'm definitely probably going to go as a banana fish.
A banana fish.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that sounds good. Well, look, there's definitely a revolving door when it comes to like the FDA, which is supposed to make our food safer. It is supposed to be safer for the population, but it is controlled by Monsanto executives.
Exactly.
So we want to get that word out to everyone as well. I understand how many, you said there's like 4,000 people that have already reserved. All right, so look it up, folks. Okay. It's the March Against Monsanto. What's the website?
Well, you can go to, it's probably easier to Google March Against Monsanto, and then it'll pull right up. There is an entire page there that shows all of the countries, all of the states that you can go to.
So in the United States, it's probably going to be at either the local town halls or the state capitals, correct?
Exactly. Wherever we can, have the voices be heard by the people high up,
Okay.
Well, we're letting them know we're coming for them.
Well, there's a good chance that it'll be in your neighborhood and or at your local town hall, so definitely look it up. There's also a good chance that the listeners out there, the people watching this, they probably ate something today that was contaminated by chemicals or Monsanto food or GMOs that wasn't labeled.
Exactly.
So they have a reason to be pissed off, and they should get out there and support this.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Leanne. I'll probably join you tomorrow. And, Monsanto wants to totally monopolize the entire food chain. So it is very important that we all band together and stand against them, march against the Monsanto Corporation tomorrow. Please join us.
Harvard researchers have found children who live in high fluoride areas have significantly lower IQs.
Enjoy your extra big-ass fries.
Hello, this is Hank Hill. And I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Researchers found members of Congress, on average, speak at a 10th grade level. Most Americans read at an 8th or 9th grade level.
Look now, I'll talk slow so as you can understand me.
It was just a few thousand years ago that our ancestors were using primitive grunts to communicate.
Internal investigation that shows the agency targeted the Tea Party and conservative groups.
That does scare me. I think I'm just going to make sure to not use the words Tea Party or Constitution in any of my work.
All right, who are you? CIA, FBI, ATF?
While gun ownership is at an all-time high, crime is down.
No one will be able to be armed. We will take all weapons.
The Alex Jones Show, because there is a war on for your mind.
Hitler took the guns. Stalin took the guns. Mao took the guns.
Fidel Castro took the guns.
Hugo Chavez took the guns. And if you try to take our guns,
1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
The answer to 1984 is 1776.
Yeah. Infowars.com, yeah.